everybody, happy full moon in Virgo. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel if you're new here. Every month I do new moon and full moon videos, so make sure you subscribe. I upload every Tuesday and Friday. Today we're doing the full moon in Virgo. It's gonna be an exciting time because we're in the month of March. We're transitioning from winter to spring. March 21st usually represents the first day of spring. How exciting is that? I'm so excited. I cannot wait for warmer weather. Like this video if you agree. Today we're doing a full moon in Virgo. The full moon in Virgo can also represent the mud moon as well as spring moon. So let's dive deeply in to this full moon in Virgo. Make sure you start off with saging yourself and your space. Super important. Let's get right into our Virgo moon forecast. We have the zodiac in Virgo for this full moon. The planet we're working with is Mercury. That is Virgo's planet. Then we are working with the earth element. You want to work on getting grounded, connecting with the earth, connecting with Mother Nature, which is a great thing to start doing, especially we're transitioning into the new season, winter to spring, or it's just, you know, if it might still be cold wherever you live. Like me in Japan, it is so cold right now and it just snowed yesterday. You could start preparing your seeds or start getting ideas what you want to bring in for the new season. It's really great to start planning so that it's something that we can get excited about and start shifting our energies. The color that we're working with is the color green. I always like to wear the color for that full moon. I'm wearing off-white right now, but I'm wearing my green aventurine bracelet and my peridot bracelet. For that reason, you don't have to simply like wear the color. You can wear it in like jewelry form. However you want to do that, just get creative. I always like to have the color on me to represent that meaning of the color for that moon, just so that it just really gets me in alignment with that full moon. The chakra that we're working with today is our third eye, and our third eye chakra sits between our eyebrows, just around in that area. I always like to add the numerology in the full moon because I think it's just really important. For the numerology of this full moon is number 7, and that is just simply the day. For example, you're gonna add up the whole entire date of today. So you're gonna add the month, the day, and the year. So you would add 3 plus 9 plus 2020. And if you get a double digit, you're gonna make it into a single digit because in numerology, it only goes in a cycle through 1 through 9. So today is gonna be the number 7. 7 represents being analytical. It also represents reevaluating everything, and it's a very lucky number. It's a spiritual number. It goes great with the Virgo full moon. The crystals that we're working with today are amethyst and chrysocolla. I have a raw form of chrysocolla here, and then 2 geodes of amethyst. We worked with amethyst in the last new moon and new moon in Pisces. We're bringing it again into the Virgo moon, and the reason is because Virgos are really spiritual, or at least any Virgos that I've ever met in my life tend to be more on the spiritual side. Either way, this will really help with your spiritual work. It really helps with protecting you from psychic attack, helps you with your dreams. I always keep amethyst by my bed. I just really love amethyst. It's my birthstone as well, but there's so many different benefits that you could get from amethyst. And then we have chrysocolla. Again, the crystal is in the color green. It can represent Virgo for this color for this full moon because we're working with the color green, like I said before. Sorry if I repeat myself, but I just want to kind of like get it into your brain. Chrysocolla is a really empowerment crystal. It really works with like the feminine energy. So if you're a feminist, not saying I am, I'm just saying if you're a feminist, this is a really good crystal to use for empowerment and also for communication. You know, in the wintertime, we can tend to be introverted or be hermit, or it's like a time of self-reflection. So now we're trying to open ourselves up. We're trying to open our heart up. We're trying to communicate with the world again, connect with the earth again, because in winter, it represents everything being dead. We're just going to be transforming into spring, new beginnings. What is spring all about? It's about, you know, seeds growing, blossoming, new beginnings and stuff like that. So this is really good to just communicate with your higher self or any family members you have or friends. Communicate with yourself, communicate with the earth, whatever you want to use chrysocolla for. But it's really good for communication. Then we're gonna work with this Virgo affirmation, and the Virgo affirmation is, I accept all who I am now and what I wish to become. So you're accepting who you were this past season in the winter time. Accept all the mistakes, the shadow self, the downfalls. As well, all the positives, like you're just integrating everything. You're accepting your whole being and you're bringing it into the spring. Like that's how I want you to see it. You're bringing it into this new season where transitioning. I know it's only March 9th, but you want to start thinking about this. So you're transitioning and becoming who you wish to be. Become who you wish to be. Don't take it to an extreme. Do it like simple things that you want to change that you know you'll implement in your life. Let's get into Virgo traits. What the Virgos are all about. We're gonna do some traits. I'm not gonna do all traits. Bear with me on that one. I try to just focus on the positive traits of each zodiac sign. And so for Virgo's traits, we have that they're really hardworking people. They really get the job done. So in this full moon, get yourself out of the way. That is what this whole moon represents, is getting yourself out of the way. You're being your worst enemy, like really reflecting on your life and how are you self-sabotaging yourself and knowing that you're in your own way of creating your reality and the only person to change that is you. Virgos, they're all about getting it done. They're super OCD, or at least all the Virgos I've met. They're super OCD and they like everything to be organized. They're really clean people. So this also can represent what clutter can you get rid of, especially since we're going into spring. What can you get rid of? What can you organize to create more space into your life? Virgos are to me, very spiritual people. I've always connected well with Virgos and especially with my type of spirituality that I'm into. Any Virgo I've ever met, they're super nice. So Virgos tend to be super nice and very caring. They'll go out of way for people that they don't even know just to show to that person that they matter, which I think is a really good characteristic to have. Virgos can tend to see in black and white. That's one thing that can be a little, on the negative, but it depends on how you see it. It depends the perspective that you take it. So they see very black and white, but that could be a good thing. Like if you're someone who sees in color, let's say, let's just make this little metaphor. Let's say you think in color and you're like all over the place, at least like, the Virgos can get you grounded and be black and white. It's either this or that, not all over the place. I don't know if that made sense. I'm sorry if that didn't make sense, but it made sense to me. But anyway, let's move on. Virgos, they're critical thinkers and they're analytical. So that goes along with the number 7 for today too. And number 7 is spiritual, which also goes along with Virgo. That is tying into the number and the Virgo full moon. A great way to, get your shit done, getting out of your way. Get a planner. This is my Erin Conjuring planner. This is just pictures of like me and my husband and my animals, and then it just has my name on it. But I really love this planner, and I always write in my planner like in pencil so that I could always erase. But having a planner is really good to really, make yourself accountable and just really keeping you organized. But it's a really great way to just get you to doing things, motivating you, really just to get your stuff done. Get the stuff done that you don't really want to do, and then get the stuff that you do like to do. I'm a big planner. You might not be a big planner, but try to get creative to see how you could work with self-discipline and getting your things done. What do you have to do to do that? Do you have to like shut your phone off in the morning, write yourself notes? Whatever it is, this full moon is all about getting your stuff done. And remember, full moons can be an emotional time. It's transitioning energy, so be gentle with yourself. Or it could be the opposite. It could be a really good time because you're just letting everything go, moving forward, getting through that moon cycle. What am I saying? I don't know. Let's dive right into our reading for this month. I have a different deck. Well, we're gonna work with the Moonology deck like I always do, and I'll link it down below. And as well, this one, we're doing the Starseed deck today. We're gonna see how many cards. I'm gonna focus on pulling one of these cards. Spirit and my intuition is telling me that we need to hear a message from Starseeds. We're gonna pull 2 cards unless another one falls out from the Moonology deck. Let's just dive right in and see what this full moon in Virgo, what other messages it has for us. What does Spirit have for us? Okay, I have all 3 cards that I pulled from the deck. The first card that we have, this is more like the past card, and we have nothing will come from this situation. And it is the void, of course, moon. What this means is that this could represent you now or in the past, but mostly this is going to be like a past represent. So maybe you were feeling that what you were doing, like it was just going too slow, or nothing came out of the situation that Like you had too high of expectations. So this card is saying that happened in the past, but also to have in the present moment, not to have such high expectations for this situation, because it's not gonna be what you expect it to be. And like the card says, nothing will come of this situation. There's things that you're not seeing. There's things that still need to be at play. This also means that you could change your beliefs as well. But let's look into the next card, because I think this one is pretty straightforward, saying that nothing is gonna come of this situation. And also it represents like you need to create a different situation. Like you need to change something in your life to move forward from whatever the situation is. The next card that we have is the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Maybe you're thinking in the past or now that nothing is gonna come of your dreams. But this card is saying you need to have faith. You need to take the certain steps. You need to take one step at a time towards your dreams. And I also feel like this is a time to rest. It's not a time to move forward crazy, like big into action, and that's where this card comes into play. I just feel like this is gonna be a resting time, or at least if you can't take too much rest, take this full moon cycle and just rest during this cycle to help rejuvenate you. This card is saying have faith in your dreams. Don't be stuck in the past thoughts and beliefs that you had. Don't be stuck in the past, in the darkness, in your shadows. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Get self-disciplined. It goes along with the reading, everything that I've said before, but it's really just having faith in your dreams and know that this is a transformative time. Contemplate your dreams during this full moon, and then the next new moon phase, start planting seeds. Start making a plan towards those dreams. I know that a lot of my moon readings seems very similar, but I feel that we're all collectively as consciousness learning the same lessons. And until we have like a ripple effect, like until we learn these lessons, that's when like the reading is gonna change. But I do think it's a time of rest. But let's look into what our starseed card has to say. We have Messenger. Look at that card. Messenger. So there's gonna be a message that comes to you. And when you see her hands are both open, there's light in between her throat chakra, communication. It's the Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. This is working with your masculine and feminine energies, bringing in balance. Are you more masculine? Or are you more feminine? It doesn't matter if you're female or male. Are you more of a dominant person, or are you submissive? You need to kind of bring in a balance so that you could come into alignment with those energies. And this card talks about the whales in the ocean. And when you think of whales, they're always like singing and creating this beautiful love vibration for the earth, right? So this card is saying like, bring back this love vibration into your life. Bring back love. No more fears, no more self-sabotaging, because it's just not serving you. Spirit is telling me for this full moon in Virgo, whale is your spirit animal for this cycle, to really just bring back that harmony, bring back that balance, especially since we're transitioning into seasons. Really reflect on this past winter season. What have you learned? What mistakes did you make? What can you learn from them? And what are the good things that came out of the winter season going into the spring season? That is your reading for the full moon in Virgo. I hope you guys enjoyed this full moon in Virgo video. Make sure to hit that like button if it resonated with you, or if you just simply enjoyed hanging out with me for this full moon in Virgo. As well, subscribe to my channel because I upload every Tuesday and Friday to hang out with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Namaste, guys. The light in me honors the light in you. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Remember, be the light and stay gold.